Hi guys, so Miguel has kindly asked me to come in this group and share a video with you on some of my top tips that I use to run my business. So I have a few, but I wanted to say that I'm still learning. Like, I think in coaching, you're gonna find that as long as you're really present in your business and you're doing your daily activities, the journey is gonna completely change regularly. And you're going to learn new ways as you grow. But the only way I continuously learn in this business is by being crazy present in my business. And for me, being present in my business means that I'm interacting in my customer groups, that I am active in my own team page, and that I am active in speaking with my upline and his team as well. And I follow people on Instagram that I am inspired by. Now, when I say I follow people on Instagram, I honestly do not follow coaches on Instagram. I'm very selective about the coaches that I follow, and I don't accept friends requests from coaches either. Now, the reason that is for me is because I need to make sure that the space I'm surrounding 90% of my mind for my business is a positive place and is a place that's keeping me productive. So for me, I make sure that I found coaches that have a similar message to me, that are a similar style to me, and that I'm inspired by, and that are a much higher rank than me and are achieving more in their business than I am, so that I can watch them and be inspired by them. What I found before, when I followed hundreds and hundreds of coaches, was that I would continuously be going, oh my God, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing that. And I took too much time watching others to actually take action in my own business. So the most important things that I do on a day-to-day running of my business, and these are no different to the activities that I did when I worked a full-time corporate job. Sorry, I'm just getting over flu at the moment. When I had a full-time corporate job and I was running my fitness business on the side, as in teaching classes back to back each evening when I got home from my corporate job, teaching my fitness classes on a Saturday, and I was master training on a Sunday as well, throwing 2 kids and a dog. Life was pretty crazy, but these activities, although they've evolved and grown, as I've evolved and grown in this business, have stayed the same. And I believe they're the fundamental foundations for my business. So the first thing I do in the morning is that I go onto my Instagram account, and before I check out my notifications, before I do my Instagram stories, before I respond to anyone, I make sure that I interact with 10 new accounts a day on Instagram. And I mean, they are brand new accounts, people I've never spoke with before. And how I do that is I use hashtags. Now, I'm sure you've all heard it before, do not use the obvious hashtags. I do not search from fitness hashtags, coaching hashtags. I will never use a Beachbody related hashtag, because all you're going to find is Beachbody coaches. I look for hashtags that are part of me, that are part of my life, that have been part of my life through growing up. So I have a big notebook full of the hashtags that I use, and every time I find a new one, I add it into my hashtag notebook. And then the first part of my day, every day, is finding 10 new kick-ass accounts on Instagram that I start interacting with. Now, I have a really foolproof system that I use for my follow-ups, to keep on top of my work, to keep on top of my business, and that's an online system called Asana. I tried paper-based, but that didn't work for me, and I was missing follow-ups, and I believe follow-ups have been the key to my success in this business. So I make sure that when I've done those 10 interactions on those 10 new accounts, I add them into my database and I set the date to follow up with those people again. And that's how I build really natural, really honest relationships with people, with integrity, from my heart, with accounts that I really connected with. Now, if I look through an Instagram account and I have absolutely no connection with that person at all, I do not try and build a relationship with them. No matter how good their Instagram account is, I have to feel an instant connection. So going through my hashtags each day, finding those accounts, diarising them to follow up with those people. And what my follow-up looks like, it depends on the interaction back from that person, and that's something that you're going to know and you're going to understand how to respond and how to deal with that follow-up based on the interaction back that you've had from that person. So I follow them up, and if I follow them up again and they don't respond, I follow them up again, and I just keep scheduling it. So that person that I love, account that I love, that I connect with, I continue to follow them up weekly, then bi-weekly, 3 weekly, then monthly, then 2 monthly, but they're continuously going to get that follow-up message from me. And I'm still following up with people from a year ago, from 6 months ago, from 2 years ago. And that will never stop, because those follow-ups have turned into people buying challenge packs with me, customers that have gone on to have incredible journeys that have changed their lives. And it has also gone on to become coaches of mine that are running incredible businesses. So once I've done my interactions and I've scheduled them, I then look at I look in my database for my tasks for today. And those tasks are going to be the people I need to follow up with that I've already pre-diarised. So they could be the people that I connected with for the first time last week, the month before, or 6 months or a year before. So I work through my diary of everybody that I need to follow up with, and I send them a message. I respond to their messages. I go and like on their Instagram accounts. I invite them again to this opportunity. I go through their Instagram stories and I react to their Instagram stories, and I just start building that relationship and continue to build that relationship with them. So that's my follow-ups. The next step that I do every morning, again before I do anything else, is that I invite 20 people to the business opportunity. And I do that without fail every day. So every time that I'm on Instagram, I look for accounts that I decide that I want on my dream team. They're like the people that I am dying to have on my team, the people I'm dying to work with. As soon as I find those people when I'm on Instagram just doing my stuff, I stick them in my folder on Instagram, which I save them in my collections. So you have a little thing on your Instagram called collections. And I save those like top Instagram accounts in my collections. And I make sure I do that every day. Every day I see an account that blows my mind, that I'm like, I want this girl on my team. She is the perfect fit. We're going to get on so well, and she would kill at this business. I put them into my collections. From my collections every day, I then go through and I invite 20 people to join my team. And I send them a straight message that says, I want you on my team. And do that instantly, even if I build connections with them, even if I've been interacting on their Instagram account or not. If they are in my collections, 20 people every day get invited to this business opportunity. Now, I am not a massive success hitter number. I have recently hit 24 months at Success Club 10, but I'm generally around the 10 to 26 kind of mark. Not huge. I'm not signing up massive amounts of people every month, but I'm doing a lot of work in 2 hours each day and interacting with a lot of people and inviting a lot of people to this business. And that number and that level of work that I'm doing is only bringing me that number of Success Club points. So I think it's really important to remember that if you aren't doing that 3 days a week, 4 days a week, if you aren't doing that for an hour a day, if you're only inviting 3 people a day, then it's going to take you a lot longer to hit the numbers that I hit. Yes, there could be tweaks that I need to make in my messaging, the way I follow up, but there's no right or wrong. Like, there's no way I can ever say that was the perfect message or that wasn't. You just have to go with your heart. So if you are not doing new interactions to grow your Instagram account, if you are not following up with people that you've spoke to previously on Facebook and on Instagram, and if you are not inviting people to this business every single day, 365 days a year, it's going to be really hard to grow your business at the speed that I'm sure you want to grow it at. It's going to be really hard to hit the levels in this business that you want to. And I think it's always really good to be really honest with the amount of work that I do, because those activities and those numbers are exactly the same as what I did on day one when I started this business 2 years ago and did for the first year before I gave up my corporate job. So I know it's doable. I had to sacrifice a lot. I sacrificed some sleep. I was getting up super early in the morning to do that, and I was going to bed at least an hour later every night to follow up with these people as well. But that sacrifice was so worth it. Excuse me. Sorry, I've had such a cold. And I think it's really important to know that to grow this business, you have to invite. Like, we're a shop in the middle of nowhere. Nobody has ever heard of our shop, and the only way they're going to know we have no footfall at our shop is to invite them to your shop, invite them in and tell them what you have to offer. And if you're not doing that, it's very unlikely people are just going to knock on your door and ask to join you. Now, the last bit of advice that I want to give is that when you're doing all of that activity, it will never ever work successfully for you unless you are working on your Instagram account. Unless you are treating your Instagram account like your baby and your legacy, and it's like you're making it like a glossy magazine that is going to entice people to join you. If you are not putting the effort into your Instagram, doing all that work, when they then come and check you out, they're going to be switched off. So make sure your Instagram account is not salesy. Make sure your Instagram account is you sharing your journey, sharing your why, sharing your passion, sharing the team, sharing the community, sharing your wins, shouting out your team, and it's done beautifully on Instagram. Make sure that you're using your Instagram stories to show what it looks like to be a coach, to show how these products, the containers, the pots, Energize, Recover, Shakeology, beach bars are part of your life every single day. And if you're sharing that with integrity and you're sharing that with authenticity, then you are going to grow your account. And when you invite people to you, they're going to see that passion that you have for this. They're going to see the love that you have for this. They're also going to see that you're not just a salesperson pushing products, that you truly care. And I believe if you make sure you're interacting with new accounts, you're inviting to this business opportunity, you're following up with them, with all of these people that you speak to, you're putting love into your Instagram, and you are without doubt a product of the product, then you will be successful in this business. When people say to me that they don't like Shakeology and they don't want to drink it, I'm of the mindset as a coach, I don't care. Like, you need to drink that. You are not in this business to say, I don't like something that's good for you. You have to taste the products and drink the products daily to get the results you need to tell these people about it. You have to have your own journey. So chug that Shakeology every single day, first thing you do. Make sure you drink your Energize before you work out. Make sure you have your Recover after every workout. Make sure you and your family are snacking on beach bars. And make sure you are up to date with every new program and every new release that is coming with Beachbody. And I don't care if you like them or not. If you think the works is too hard for you, your target market might not. Don't assume your target market are going to like the same style of workouts that you do. Share the products, understand them, learn them, make sure you are in on the early releases and you understand everything every program has to offer. If you're a guy and you don't think Bar Blend is for you, rubbish. It is. Do it. Do every program release there is. Learn the products, learn your shop, and you will be successful in this business.